Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, guys. So in this video I'll just talk about another 10 very quick. So what I wanted to say in this video is that there are certain factors that account for whether your left finger or right finger forward would move. So currently I'm using a hole player on the left side and another hole player on the right side. For your middle player, you need a goal poacher. Now what the game has done is that it has made goal poachers to run often. So if you place a goal poacher in your CF position, it's going to run more often than any other play style. So when you are ranking the runs that a goal poacher would make if you put him at the CF position, that is number one. Then the next player who would make runs on the list is fox in the box. So if you have fox in the box instead of a goal poacher, that fox in the box so for instance, I have a chance to attack like this. My goal poacher who is there, Tammy Abraham, would be making more runs than often, which brings us to the second point. That is the player weak foot. Tammy Abraham has a weaker foot. So even though he kicked the ball with a strong foot, he missed because his weak foot is weak. I've explained that in the previous video, but anyways, as I was saying, for left side use O player, right side use O player. I find those play styles to make more run often. Other play styles would make run, but that's if you are doing a little bit of possession here and there. But if you use O player as the wingers, they would make more run than the normal play style like prolific winger. So goal poacher is the best CF for you to use, and the other thing is, depending on the manager play style you are using, it might decrease the frequency of run your goal poacher would use. So we are using goal poacher, and you can either use quick counter or long ball counter, but one of these, that is quick counter or long ball counter, one of this makes the goal poacher run more than necessary. So you'd have to switch. You notice that sometimes I switch between quick counter and long ball counter. So yeah, use goal poacher and switch between quick counter and long ball counter when you are finding a difficult to play. Don't use any other. You can use a different play style in place of the goal poacher, but that play style you'd use is not going to make the run more often, more frequent. It's going to make less runs, and such play style you can use as fox in the box. Fox in the box is also good. And I'm going to give a standing crossover here. As you can see, my whole player is already there and easy 1-0 up. The second thing is, even though you should be using goal poacher as a CF, you have to check the strong foot and weak foot usage. It's very important, very vital. Personally, I enjoy playing with Tammy Abraham. He's been one of my favorite players from PES 2022, one of my favorite players. That is why I still use Tammy Abraham. So you can use Tammy Abraham, but if you have a different CF too, you can also use that CF. Then if you have all players, you can use them for the left and right side, but make sure that they have a strong weak foot usage, and make sure they don't have outside killer skill. Outside killer skill ruins a lot of things. And for the defending aspect, the defending requires lots of focus. You'd have to pay very much attention to every detail. It's horrendous, tedious, more than a mathematical equation, in the sense that you have to pay attention to every slight movement your opponent makes if you want to really defend well. Every slight direction change your opponent makes, you'd have to adjust it. And I've already told you guys in the previous video that remove blocker skills. The blocker skill would make it very difficult, extremely difficult for you to navigate your way through. So the opponent is just turning me around, and I have to use the matchup in a way that it doesn't overturn me. This is a new goalkeeper, and just like Pape C from Senegal, you also give this goalkeeper just catching, just increase only catching. That's what your goalkeepers need, just only increase catching. And whenever I find a matchup, when matchup is frustrating me in the sense that the match is lagging, I just clear the ball and see if we can score from a lofted. So this player doesn't have long range killer, that is something salvage. And move back, nice clear. All right, so yeah, that's it guys. Make sure you use goal poachers as the CF. If you are using a different formation, try to get the ideal players, the ideal play style in their respective formation. For CF, the ideal play style you must use is goal poacher. It's very, very important. Goal poacher. If you use a different play style, the movement of that player and that formation or play style has been changed. But for goal poacher, it's like it's the best standard to use. That is why I recommend you guys to use goal poacher, and Tammy Abraham is doing wonders. So regardless of the formation you're using, just check his play style, use goal poacher. Wingers use old player or creative playmaker. Yeah, both of them work, but the reason why I'm using old player is because of their weak foot usage. There aren't many creative playmakers that have strong weak foot usage. There is Kevin De Bruyne, but Kevin De Bruyne has outside killer skill. I don't need outside killer skill, and also you don't need the outside killer skill. AMF, on this account we are using Mason Mount, is also fantastic. For the left back and right back, we would make some changes in the future, but for now you can use Trent Alexander-Arnold and Rafael Guerrero as the left back. Even though you can use the players I'm suggesting and recommending, that is not the most difficult part. The most difficult part is not picking the players. The most difficult part is using the matchup. That's the most difficult part. So you use assisted Kaiser, and at every situation, every point, you have to use the matchup very, very well. That's it. Matchup is the most stupid thing in eFootball. It makes the team unnecessarily very hard. And if your opponent can't use this matchup well due to lag or something, you just have a chance at disciplining him or her. So yeah guys, link to our Telegram channel is inside the video description, and maybe next video we won't talk, just normal gameplay. All the talks are inside the Telegram group and channel, so join the Telegram group and channel, and we'll have further discussion there. I'll drop another video, so I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.